Entering season 7, there were a ton of questions. Who would step into the starting running back spot? Can Chris King build on his historic season? Can the defense keep their dominance? And how will the back-to-back champions handle what was deemed the death schedule? And to say that the G-men stepped up is an understatement. A perfect season, a Heisman Award-winning freshman running back, the nation's #1 offense, and the nation's most feared defense. And now the black and gold look to make it 3 in a row in their home state. Welcome to the national championship. We're inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. It's #1 versus #2. The back-to-back national champions, Grambling State Tigers, take on the 12-1 Wisconsin Badgers. First quarter action, Adams drops back and hits Mark Nelson over the middle. He sheds a tackle and picks up 23. Then Williams takes the power right, gets hit, but powers his way to a 6-yard pickup. Next play, Mitchell, the big fullback, takes the dive and finds a crease for the first down. New set of downs, Williams takes the handoff and gets rocked by Jason West, but unfortunately he would stay down and would miss the rest of the game. Then on 3rd and short, Adams drops back, steps up in the pocket, and finds Nelson on the cutback. He turns upfield and picks up 16. Next play, Adams tries to run the option, but Nick Sellers blows it up in the backfield for a 4-yard loss. 3rd and long for the Badgers. Adams going to the air, throws it up in the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Nelson. What a grab. And somehow he got his foot down. That was a hell of a catch. Ensuing kickoff, Eric Rogers is back deep, and he's bringing it out. He starts up the seam, bounces it out to the right, gets the corner, and turns on the burners. He gets tackled after a 57-yard return. And here come the Tigers offense. King drops back and hits Walker on the slant for 8. Then Mr. Heisman, Pierre Jackson, takes the handoff and spins his way for a 6-yard pickup. 3rd down for GSU. Jackson goes up the gut and powers his way to 9 yards. 2 plays later, King goes back to the air and hits Smith on the curl. He turns upfield and picks up 22. Next play, King with a quick snap and throws it into the end zone for Tim Clark. Touchdown, Grambling! Tigers tie it up at 7. Badgers take over. Noble tries to bounce it outside, but Ashton Hall lays the hat for the TFL. Next play, Noble takes the sweep left. He breaks 1 tackle, but then gets smacked by Brandon Ginn for the TFL. Wisconsin would punt, and the Tigers would come out driving. PJ takes the zone left, finds a lane, and picks up 10. Then 2-5 would get it again, makes a cut to the left, jukes, and gets 7. Next play, King with the play action. He gets hit, and it's a fumble. The big fella Cobb scoops it up, and he is rumbling, and he takes it back to the house. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Badgers up 14-7. Next possession, Jackson hits the hole up the middle and uses his power to pick up 11. Then King drops back and throws a dart to Walker on the slant. He turns upfield and gets 18. On 1st down, PJ finds a lane up the middle, weaves through the defense, and picks up 12 more yards. Next play, King goes back to the air and throws a dart to Harper over the middle. He gets popped, but picks up 14. Then PJ gets it again, and look at the power from the freshman, running over a defender for 15. Next play, PJ takes the handoff. He gets stuffed and goes down awkwardly, grabbing at his chest, and he would miss the rest of the game. But Kevin Easley's in the backfield now, and he punches it in from 3 yards out. Touchdown, Grambling! Tigers tie it up at 14. Badgers take over. Adams with the deep drop. He scans the field, steps up, and hits Nelson on that cutback cheese, and he fights ahead for 17. Adams continues to pick apart the Tigers secondary. He connects with Morris for 18 more yards. Later in the drive, Noble takes the handoff, finds some running room, stumbles, and picks up 10. A few plays later, Noble would get the handoff and get blown up in the backfield by Jason West. Badgers settle for 3. Tigers take over, face a 3rd and long. King drops back and threads the needle to Paxton over the middle for 21. Later, King goes back to the air, throwing a dart to Walker on that slant for 11. Then the senior connection link up. King hits Paxton in the end zone. Touchdown, Grambling! GSU takes the lead, but Wisconsin looks to answer. Adams keeps the option left, weaves through traffic, and picks up 10. Then Noble takes the handoff, bounces it outside, wiggles, and is off to the races. He's finally tripped up after a 23-yard gain. Later in the drive, Mitchell takes the handoff, finds tons of room, gets upfield, and gets inside the red zone. 3 plays later, Adams drops back, steps up in the pocket, moves around, can't find anybody, and gets sacked. Badgers settle for 3. GSU's ready to go 2-minute drill. King drops back, tries to force a pass to Clark over the middle, and gets picked off by Wheeler. Terrible read from the senior QB. And here come the Badgers. Adams goes back to the air and hits Nelson over the middle for 10. Then Adams stands tall in the pocket and throws a gorgeous ball out to Ty Smith for 10 more yards. Next play, Noble takes the handoff, stretches it out right. He gets the corner and gets popped at the goal line. Then Adams drops back and hits Morris wide open in the end zone. Badgers take the lead. And that was sent us to the half with Wisconsin leading 27-21. A back and forth first half. But now it's time to get hyped as the world-famed Grambling State Marching Band takes the field. Start of third, Rogers is back deep, and he is bringing it out. He starts up the seam, cuts it back right, cuts inside, then back out, and hits the sideline, and he is gone. Eric Rogers does it again, but wait! There's a flag on the play. The referees call clipping and bring it all the way back. But that's okay. The Tigers come out running, easily finds a lane on the left, makes a cut, and picks up 11. Then King goes back to the air, hitting Smith on the slant. He turns up and picks up 12. Next play, King drops back and throws it out to Walker at the marker. He spins and picks up 13. Then look who's in the backfield. Eric Rogers takes the handoff. He goes up the middle and picks up 7. Later, King with the deep drop and connects with Antonio Walker on the outside for another Tigers first down. 2 plays later, King drops back and throws a laser to Walker in the end zone. Touchdown, Grambling! Great drive for the Tigers, but the Badgers look to answer. Noble is running hard, follows his blockers, and picks up 9. Then the back gets it again, finds a huge lane on the right, and gets out to midfield. Then on 3rd and 7, Adams hits Jones on the screen. He shakes one tackle, but West is there for the TFL. Badgers forced to punt. And GSU comes out running, easily hits the hole up the middle, and he powers ahead for 9. Then Kevin gets it again. He makes a cut, and picks up another 10 yards. 2 plays later, King drops back and finds Antonio Walker wide open, and he spins and picks up 20 yards. Later in the drive, Easley takes the handoff. He weaves and gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Grambling! Tigers extend their lead. After Badgers 3 and out, Easley is running hard. He hits the hole up the middle for 9. Then the junior back gets it again. This time he picks up another 8 yards. Tigers face a 3rd and 11. King drops back and tries to force a pass to Paxton over the middle and gets picked off by Miller. That's King's 3rd turnover of the game. And the Badgers look to capitalize. Adam drops back and throws a laser to Harrison on the sideline for 16. It would lead to a field goal. Next GSU possession, King drops back. And look at this throw to Paxton over the middle. The senior turns upfield and turns on the speed. Jordan Paxton is gone. Touchdown, Grambling! But the Badgers look to keep it close. Adam drops back and hits Harrison. He turns upfield and picks up 20. Later, Adams goes back to the air, throwing a gorgeous touch pass to Johnson on the sideline for 10. Now it's 3rd and short. Noble takes the handoff, follows his blockers up the middle, throws a nasty stiff arm, and picks up 17. Next play, Adams drops back. He steps up in the pocket and throws a dart to Brown on the outside for the 1st. 2 plays later, Jones tries to bounce it outside, but Jason West gets the TFL. Then on 4th and goal, Adams drops back, tries to sprint out right. He sheds 1 sack, but Nick Sellers is there to bring him down. We jump ahead to late in the 4th. Last play of the game, Adams drops back, loads up, throws it as far as he can, and it gets knocked down, and that would do it. Grambling State does it again. They are your Season 7 national champions, beating Wisconsin 42-30. Chris King finished with 351 yards and 4 touchdowns with 2 interceptions. On the ground, Kevin Easley had 94 yards and 2 scores. Pierre Jackson, before he got hurt, he had 77 yards on the ground. Out wide, Antonio Walker had 8 grabs for 111 yards and a score. Jordan Paxton had 3 grabs for 110 yards and 2 scores. And on defense, Jason West led the way with 11 tackles. Shout out to Mike Anderson. He had 2 sacks, and Nick Sellers had a sack. What a season for our Tigers, dominating the death schedule and winning our 3rd national title in a row. We'll enjoy this right now, but now we turn our attention to the offseason. We're losing some valuable seniors and bringing in some impressive freshmen. Get ready for a fun offseason, guys. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you smash that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're brand new. And don't forget to ring that bell and join the Noti Squad and hit those links down in my description. Follow your boy on Facebook, Twitter, and IG at Big C Got Game. And we'll talk from the offseason. Have a great day, guys. 2 fingers in the air. Peace.